What's happening, guys? It is Brian, Alsruhe, neverstate.com, and before I get any questions about it, yes, I have a black eye. And no, it's not because my wife got mad at me and punched me in the face this time. But the reason why I have a black eye is because I have a competition coming up, and in order to cut weight for that competition, I went back to fighting because it is one of the best ways that I know to drop some body fat in a short amount of time. And apparently a really good way to get kneed in the face. So as many of you already know, I have a competition coming up in early May, and I have about 18 more pounds to drop in about 4 weeks. So in this video, I'm gonna talk to you guys about how I'm going about this cut, what a typical day of eating looks like, and what I'm changing cardiovascularly wise. So for conditioning, like I said, I'm going back to fighting. I'm trying to make it there 2 to 3 times a week, which has been awesome for me mentally. I absolutely love jiu-jitsu. It is like breathing to me. And when it is not in my life, I am not as good of a person. So I am so excited to be back at it. Now on top of that, I am spending a lot of time on the air assault bike. So most time what I'm doing is with my classes that I teach each day, I teach 3 classes a day. During their warm-up time, I am trying to jump on the air assault bike and ride for about 10 minutes while they're doing their conditioning. So they're suffering, I'm suffering. It's all good things and it's burning calories. So I'm looking at like 30 minutes a day on average on the air assault bike. Then I have my lifting 4 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. And every single one of those has some form of conditioning involved in it as well. So hopefully 18 pounds will come off. But I'm trying to change how I look at competitions. So typically I get really nervous and there's a lot of performance anxiety because in the 231 class, I am supposed to win. That sounds really conceited to say, and I don't mean it to sound like that, but at most competitions, when I sign up for the 231, everyone knows that I'm going to be near the top of the group. So that puts a lot of pressure on me. I know it probably sounds stupid to a lot of people, but it does. So that's just being honest. So the way that I'm trying to change it up is to look at each competition as a training day with different equipment, with different people at different venues. So I can meet people, I can network, I can kind of get involved in the strongman world and touch a lot of different types of implements, because the more comfortable that I get in that uncomfortable zone of competition, hopefully the better off that I'll do at the bigger shows like nationals and things like that. So some contests I'm gonna be signing up for the heavyweight class, but still doing my weight cut, knowing darn right well that I'm most likely not going to even podium with that, but it gets me experience, and again, it's a training day. I say this now, but I am a terrible loser. Whenever I lose, I am not a good person. It's ugly. Time will tell. All right, now on to my typical day of eating. This is what I do most days of the week. Now, for those of you who have not watched my typical day eating video in the past, my body does much better with high protein, high fat, very low starch and carbohydrates. So I get almost all of my carbohydrates from vegetables, but I get a lot of fat in my diet. I find that if I keep starchy carbs in my diet, I hold on to body fat and I cannot make weight, which is usually a very unprofessional thing to do, and it makes me feel pretty stupid. So what I do instead is up my protein and up my fats, because if I don't up my fats when I take away the carbs, then my strength decreases. But as long as I keep my fat high enough, my strength hangs around, my body fat lowers, so I am a lean, strong, fast 231. So first thing I do when I wake up, I have a protein shake because I am not waking up any earlier than I have to. I own my own business, I do my own thing. I don't need to answer to anybody else, so I am not waking up 1 minute earlier than I have to. So I slam a protein shake and then I drink black coffee with 2 tablespoons of coconut oil and 2 tablespoons of grass-fed butter, and I blend it all up in a little magic bullet. And there you go, that's meal number 1. Meal 2 happens after my morning class when I'm at home working on the online programming and online personal training. So while I am doing that, I will have usually 6 to 7 eggs, not egg whites. I eat the entire egg. And then that also has some spinach, typically, whether I grab a handful of spinach out of a bag and just eat it like it's an apple, which is typically the easiest way, so that's what I do a lot. Write that down. And I'll also have some sort of breakfast meat, typically whether it be sausage or bacon, sometimes steak. And right now I'm still drinking a lot of whole fat milk. However, that's gonna have to be cut out because of the carbs in the milk. I'm gonna have to cut it out so that I can drop this blubber. Meal number 3 is always a kale salad with some other vegetables, typical salad vegetables, people, come on, I don't need to explain it to you, with some sort of chicken or turkey. Now, if you guys have been watching my videos for any amount of time, you will know that I hate birds. Not like birds in general, just the taste of birds. In college, I ate way too many plain George Foreman grilled chicken breasts, and I completely lost taste for it. So even though they do go on my salad, I try to do some sort of fat-based dressing on top of it, hopefully to cover the taste of those birds. Sometimes it works better than others. From there, I am back at the gym doing my own workout, and then I teach 2 classes immediately after. So there is no time for food there. So basically, I do my workout, then I slam a protein shake. I don't do any extra carbs or anything else with it. I know a lot of people are like, oh, you're not utilizing your anabolic window, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, cool, thanks. I appreciate the concern. I just do a protein shake, and I've never seen any better results or worse results when I added some sort of carb to it. And when you're trying to drop 18 pounds in 4 weeks, you were probably better off not with the carbs. Did that make sense? And then my last meal of the day is always some sort of dead animal plus some sort of vegetable, either covered in extra virgin olive oil or grass-fed butter to keep the fat up. Anyway, guys, that is a typical day of eating for me during my cut. Now, I do not count calories, I do not count macros, because I will become a psycho person if I did. So rather what I do is, as the time gets closer, I just lower my portion size until I have to do what I need to do to get involved in stepping on a scale a lot lighter and hopefully still strong. The last week I do perform a water gorge and then a water cut, and I did an entire video about how I do that. I'm not recommending that you do the same thing because it is seriously dangerous. However, I am a grown man, I make my own decisions, and that is that. Because it works. All right, I also wanted to fill you guys in on some interesting stuff that's going on in my life. Next week, I will be doing a podcast called the Strongcast Radio. So that should be really cool. I am excited to do that. That should be happening sometime next week, but I have no idea when it will actually be published. And yesterday, I taped another video for Omar Esau's channel, so hopefully that will be coming out soon. And I thank you very much, Omar, for having me again. I'm also trying to set up another collaboration with Brandon Campbell right now. Really cool guy. You should definitely check out his channel. Really, really funny. He makes me laugh every single video, so definitely check him out. But hopefully something will be coming out combined with he and I pretty soon. And other than that, I'm gonna take my black eye and I'm gonna go home. But hopefully that fills you guys in on what's going on in my life. I thank you so much for watching. Until I see you later in the week, go out, do something amazing, realize, keep working hard, be nice to each other, people, and I'll see you then.